Hello everybody, Wild Bill for America here, and I owe an apology to all my internet friends and enemies. I made a serious mistake when I attempted to quote 2 Chronicles 7:14 in a previous video. I thought I could do it by memory, but I left out a critically important part. So, here I sit in the middle of the night to make my apology. Now, for those of you who are atheists, liberal, or Kardashian, you probably have very little knowledge of the most important book in the world, the Bible. It's not just a book of warning, it is the most powerful source of truth and hope on earth. And here's where I messed up. Here's the correct quote. In 2 Chronicles 7:14, God tells us, "If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land." I left out the part where God says to turn from their wicked ways. If America wants to be healed of the evil that is overrunning this nation, then America must turn from her wicked ways. To receive the promise of God, America must stand with God on the homosexual issue, the abortion issue, and the Islam issue. Those are the big three abominations before God, and any nation or person who embraces those things is under the wrath of God. The USA, Canada, Australia, and the United Kingdom are all suffering from governments that have brazenly embraced these abominations, and as a result, all four of those nations are facing the same problems, not the least of which is a national government controlled by the promoters of evil. I just had dinner with Kevin David and his lovely wife. They are from England and are very active in fighting Islamic aggression against their fellow citizens in the United Kingdom. Not only do they have to fight hate-filled, abusive Muslims, they also have to fight a corrupt government that seems to be controlled by Muslim radicals. Kevin looked me in the eye and asked for my honest opinion about why these things are happening. I flat out told him that these problems are threatening our nations because our people have turned their backs on God, shoving respect for God out of our schools and government, and now they are getting exactly what they asked for, a nation devoid of God's blessing. Now, God may have withdrawn his hand, but he's not gone. Let's break this promise of God down a bit. 2 Chronicles 7:14, "If my people who are called by my name." Who are the people called by the name of God? They are the men and women who worship the one true God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of the Bible, and his name is not Allah. Will humble themselves and pray. Now, effective prayer is always humble because when you come into the presence of God, you see yourself from God's perspective, and we have nothing within ourselves to be arrogant about. And will turn from their wicked ways. Now, there are two things required for salvation: believing in Jesus Christ, the Son of God, and repenting of your sins. In other words, turning from your wicked ways. Nations can do the same thing. It has happened before in both the UK and the USA. National revivals where the entire nation en masse turned back to God and God healed their land. Kevin told me about the beautiful old churches in England being sold to Muslims who are converting them to mosques. Listen up, men and women of faith. Now is the time for you to make 2 Chronicles 7:14, the healing of your nation, the UK, Australia, or the USA, or Canada, to begin with you. I just launched a fundraising effort to take this message on the road. Time is short, the enemies of God are dangerous, and our nations are at risk. If you can, please go to patriotcauses.com and join me in this effort. I need a reliable vehicle and living expenses to go on the road. Australia and the UK, I can come to your nations too, so please consider funding this effort. This is Wild Bill for America. Thank you for watching, and America, seriously, bless God again.